Please welcome Hailee Steinfeld and Shameik Moore.
Definitely show up in the like sweats and hoodie that are 4 sizes too big, because you can. So
You can.
Yeah.
Like, nobody sees what
Nobody
you
sees
look
you.
like.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as your voice is working.
That's all that matters.
And how'd you feel, Shameik?
I always had to take off my chains when I showed up, and you
Yeah.
know, too much jingling going on. So.
What did you wear, like, in the voiceover booth to do?
It's a lifestyle for me. I wear some jeans.
He always shows up looking good.
Put on a little hat. I take off the hat, take off the chains, and get in character.
And then get in your character, which you two did. Now, every time I see you in pictures, I see the pose, and you always got the web slinger pose. Like, everywhere you go, and you get it, and I love it. But you do it so much. Are y'all worried about are you gonna get carpal tunnel syndrome?
Oh, goodness. I hope not.
Check
You
back with you in a
know?
few years.
Dude, I mean, you do it so much. You just like even talk with and do that. Like it just.
Maybe when I'm talking to little kids at Comic-Con or something, like, Miles.
Say my name. Is that what do you do, Hailee, with the little kids when they see you?
I mean, I'm not cool enough to do that. Shameik can make it work, but it is fun when like somebody posing for a picture asks you to do it with them.
Yeah.
You're like, absolutely.
It's the kids now. If I come over and I'm like, come on, y'all. You're like, okay, calm down, mama. Just calm down. So now you guys, you did Spider-Verse, the first one,
right.
And you didn't even meet until after the movie ended?
Yeah.
Really?
It's crazy.
Like the entire movie, it was just the voices. So how did you feel when you finally met?
I was like, yo, what's up? It's nice to meet you. Like, I think I said something about her fit. It was about your fit.
Really?
She was wearing like silver or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now have you, because you finally met, this Spider-Verse, did you work together or were you still apart?
No, we were together. So it wasn't until after the first one that we met and that I learned that Shameik had been in the booth with a lot of the other actors the first time around. I didn't know that was a possibility.
Right.
To be so, we were literally, actually, I believe we were doing an interview and you had said that there was a bunch of us doing it. And I was like, there's no way that I went through that whole thing by myself. Yeah. So second time around, I was like, if there is going to be another time, put me in the booth. Yeah. So we had a lot of time together, and that was amazing. I mean, there's nothing that compares to being in person.
Yeah, because when you do, I love it. You can, because when you're by yourself, and you're doing a movie, and I remember it was a movie, Madagascar, and so you're listening to somebody else's voice in your ear. Is it different by yourself than now you're together and you can look at each other? And that's what just blew me away was the acting.
Well, for me, I'm reading the lines with either Kent Powers, Phil Lord, or Chris and Phil,
yes.
or Kent Powers. So it's easier to be Miles flirting with Gwen when I'm looking at Hailee.
When you're looking at her, right.
You know?
Because when you're by yourself, you got to pretend like Hailee the microphone is Hailee.
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
not the same thing.
But you're reading with one of the directors, right?
Yeah,
and you're like, he's trying to be smooth. And
I missed you, like. No, I got it. One more time.
Keep saying it. So congratulations, because on the first Spider-Verse, you won an Oscar. The best animation.
Walking around that night like it was hours.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but that must be an amazing feeling to win an Oscar for your movie and your voices. Like, what was that feeling?
You know, for one, Pharrell is the one that introduced us. If you don't know, Pharrell produced my first movie, Dope.
Dope.
So that was like a little 360 for me. So
yeah,
it was nice to be there. For me, I just wanted to be involved with an impactful film. That's what any piece of art on any medium. I just wanted. I do it to connect with people. You know, do something for the collective consciousness.
yes.
So little kids being impacted, adults being impacted, it having its influence on the culture and everything. Like that's the real prize for me. Getting an Oscar was just the icing on the cake.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just have to say, you're giving little girls everywhere such a gift. We got to see the first Spider-Woman. It was so wonderful. And you got to be the first Black Spider-Man.
That's right.
So, and I have to say, watching you, you were talking, and I was like, this is my son, Jeffrey. Everything that you did, where the parents were coming after you, I'm like, this is my son. So thank you for that gift, just to my son. But, of course, and how do you feel? Little girls come up to you and they look you in your eye with that sense of wonderment and awe.
And it's the most incredible thing. I mean, like Shameik was just saying, it's like to be able to do what I love on a level that reaches so many people around the world, and with a project like this specifically that has that has the kind of impact that I wish more things had, is a true honor. I feel so lucky to have those moments. I feel like this is a movie I wish I had when I was, the age of these girls that I do get to encounter. It's a really, really special thing.
It is. It's such girl power. Yeah. It truly is. And then, Shameik, when these kids are looking at you, what's it like?
I mean, in my walk of life, there's definitely, I feel like people will look at me. It's more like what you just did. My son. Yeah. Like you remind me of my son, or it's like, yeah, I see, brother. You know what I'm saying? I see. It's like it's a different kind of thing. I mean, Spider-Man is so global, and its impact. Honestly, just being involved has been a blessing, and it makes me want to take on these themes, like the idea of with great power comes great responsibility. Yes. It makes me look at this like, now I have nephews that can watch something I'm in, so
and be inspired by it.
Be inspired by it.
Yes, absolutely. And Miss Hailee, I have got to congratulate you. I saw your People magazine digital cover.
Thank you.
And girl, what? Okay. This is so funny because I feel like your auntie. I have seen you when you were little, and I have seen you grow up. So looking at this picture, you are officially, girl, you a grown woman now.
I mean,
but you've been in this business since you were a young girl. So, I mean, going to prom, going to high school, you didn't get to experience those moments.
I didn't. And while there may have been a small part of me that felt like I was missing out.
Comes like family when you're on that.
Absolutely.
You definitely. You guys, I'm so doggone excited. Everybody's excited. We got paparazzi everywhere. Like, nieces and nephews are excited. Hailee, Shameik, I want to say thank you so much for making this a stop on just, telling everybody about the movie. I'm glad you're here. I want to say Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It is exclusively in theaters and IMAX on June 2nd. You got to go see it. I love it. I was in tears. And up next, tips on hosting the best backyard party. Keep it right here.